I've ever wondered how much my rack draws in power. So I've ordered one of these. Yeah, these are quite cheap. So today I'm just going to find out how much power my Switch, my server, my NAS, my Raspberry Pi takes. So this is my rack in its current state. I've got Slurm on my Raspberry Pi so I can see the network traffic on the Raspberry Pi. So I'm hosting a few Discord bots and I can just monitor the usage coming out of it. I've got my Dell powered off right now. I don't use it. I don't really like to run it 24/7 when I'm not using it. I'll probably run it 24/7 if I have used to use it, if I need to use VMs or if I'm hosting a VPS for some friends. And I've got my NAS. I might as well power everything down. This is my NAS, the NSA 310. It's quite an old NAS, but it does the main backup of my house basically. So hold it down for 2 seconds. Second beep. There we go. That's now powered off. Now the Raspberry Pi is powered off the NAS, and yes, the Raspberry Pi is powered off the NAS with the USB port on the back. The Raspberry Pi doesn't need a lot of power to boot. So anyway, yeah. Past few days I've had this fan sort of facing down for the servers to suck in the air and blow it out the back, and see it rises. So if you're wondering why I didn't get a 4-post rack, it's because, well, I've got this sort of wall ceiling thing, and you can see it's on a slant, and I wanted to have it sort of laid back to have some room. I don't know, hang stuff like my Farmson 19 poster for example. So yeah, this is the moment that I get quite scared to do, but we're going to shut off the rack. And there we go, the rack's powered off. There's a bit of remaining power in that NAS. Now it switches off. Pulseway is going to complain, saying my Raspberry Pi is turned off. And yes, I use Pulseway to monitor my servers. I'm going to plug this in, and I'm going to see. Yeah, funny enough, I tried to find meters that sort of had the plug socket in the bottom, because as you see, my main trouble is my carpet's quite sort of thick, and even with my power line, the Ethernet cable is like trapped under there, so I have some issues. You see, it's like kind of squished almost. I have seen these gigabit power lines with a pass through, and the Ethernet comes on the top, so I might get one of those. And well, those gigabit power lines have got like 2 or 3 gigabit Ethernet ports on the top, so I might be able to have 2 lines to my rack, similar to my link aggregation on my server, so I have more ports, more speed, so you can load balance between the 2 cables, and if one cable dies, then you have a backup, a failover. So yeah. So now the main power is off to the rack. Now I can unplug this, and now I can plug in this guy. There's a bit of plastic. There we go. Plug it in and turn it on. So now it's drawing nothing at the moment, because I haven't got anything powered off of it yet. That's no watts, because I'm not powering anything off of it. So let's plug in the rack and I'll flick on the servers. So the cable's now plugged in. And if I go to the kilowatt hours, that's probably how many volts are coming through. Watts, right. So now, if I turn on the master switch, so with nothing on, except from the network switch, I take up 18.9 watts. So now if I turn on the NAS, so it boots up, and then it's slow and booting up, and you see it it's loading in the data now. There we go. So I'm going to turn on my server, which turns on that fan. This is very sort of warm. So yeah, so this is what I would usually have it. My server being on, my NAS being on, my Raspberry Pi being on, my network switch being on. I've got less ports on the network switch. There's no so because it's a smart switch, it only turns on ports that you have the cable plugged into. So now we are pulling 76 watts, 79, about, yeah, around 80 watts. We've got 0.001 kilowatt hours. How many volts are coming in? 247. How many amps are coming in? How many watts? But that's saying 56 for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, let's go over to my PC. So let's open it up. Oh, so install a 3.6 volts rechargeable battery. So basically that allows to store the total electricity and memory settings. So if I had the switch powered off, then it would remember next time how much power I've used. Then it'll add it to the list, and it'll keep recording it when I power on the socket. Time, what, cost display, duration, low, how long. This device connect to power source, LCD, first line shows 0000, first two figures mean minutes. Will occur while the 10 minutes rest shows seconds. After 6 minutes, it displays the first two means. The reset can be done in the same manner, which means 24 hours. You can recalculate LCD. Play. See on the phone line shooting mode 1 Dones. Mode 1 Don'ts? Is that a spelling mistake? Mode 1 Don'ts. Same as Mode 1 does. They just put random N in the middle of the word. Let's do price setting. After keeping cost button press lasting more than 3 seconds, and as you can line is the default price. Ah, so I can put in the estimated bill, the standard sort of tariff for my electric company, and using their calculations, I can find out how much it costs to have my power on my rack. so I can save a little power, I guess. So yeah, I'm guessing that was a small update on my server rack. Yeah, I might as well turn off the server. I'm not using it now. Let's see how much it uses idle without the server. So, alright, so let's power you down. It feels weird using a mouse on the left hand. It feels weird. Shut down. There we go. Yeah, I'll set it up properly for the next time I do an update, and hopefully I'll be able to show how much power I've used. So yeah. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.